Hello, welcome back to Kazakh in Arabic script, lesson 5. We've covered so far vowels and 11 consonants. That's the halfway point. And in this lesson, we'll look at 4 more consonants which all involve circles. Let's get started. First, we have the quintessential letter for Kazakh, Kaf, which corresponds to the Cyrillic letter K. Let's start with the isolated and final forms. Recall the way to write the vowel waw, which is in the gray box. Starting from the bottom line, going straight leftward, we make a half oval. For waw, we would continue in a comma-like shape, but for kaf, we have to make a boat shape. Then, finally, put 2 dots on top of the semicircle. For the initial and medial forms, we won't draw the boat, but directly connect to the next letter after completing the semicircle. Let's take a look. Note that only the initial form has a semicircle that is raised above the bottom line. Now let's practice with some real words.
Kazakh,
شقان
Next up, we have fa, which corresponds to the Cyrillic letter F. It is similar to qaf, but with 2 differences. 1, there is only 1 dot above the semicircle. 2, the boat shape is not underwater, but rather flat on land. Note that only in the initial form is the semicircle raised above the bottom line. Now let's practice with the real words.
Fariza,
فرانسوز
رالف
The next letter is mim, which corresponds to the Cyrillic letter M. To write this letter, recall the letter ha. We start in the middle dotted line and make a raindrop shape with a slightly flat bottom. If we stop here, it is ha. But we continue and return once more to the bottom line to connect to the next letter. This is very important so as to not mix the 2 letters. In the final position, the tail hangs below the bottom line. Now let's practice with real words.
Маусым, Есім,
Finally, we have perhaps the most uncommon letter in Kazakh, ha yekukuz, which corresponds to the Cyrillic letter ha. For the isolated and initial forms, we start in the same way as mim and ha, but instead of closing the raindrop, we make another smaller oval shape within. For the medial and final forms, there are 2 accepted ways which you see here. Practically speaking, we will not need to write this letter in the final position, so let's focus on some real words.
Гаухар, Жихаз,
Good job. We've finished half of the course. Soon you will be a master of this alphabet. I'll see you soon in lesson 6.